This episode is brought to you by 180 Markets, where it is our goal to bring every individual, fund manager, family office, or any qualified investor access to Australian Stock Exchange capital raises. If you are ever interested in how to access ASX capital raises in a super simple way, 180 Markets is for you. The sign-up process is easy. You just upload your ID, proof of your investor status, and your current brokerage account information. The settlement of shares goes right into your existing account, and you can access our very next capital raise. If you're interested in free, easy access to thousands of ASX capital raises, including placements, IPOs, reverse takeovers, and more, check out 180markets.com.au. Hello, everybody. Welcome again. Another edition, 18 minutes with 180 Markets. We all know about resources. Very strong right now. Commodity prices are high. In particular, gold, copper, iron ore. But not only are the commodities doing well, it's the companies that are doing something, that are taking action, that are drilling, going for licenses. These are the companies with a clear direction that the market is rewarding. And we have with us such a company today. We have Shree Minerals and Managing Director Sanjay Loyalka, and he's going to talk all about what they are doing with shareholders' funds to get his projects and advance them to the next level. Anyway, with that introduction, Sanjay, welcome to 18 Minutes with 180 Markets.
Thank you, Greg. Thank you for having us.
Sanjay, everybody's got a story. In just a couple of minutes, can you give us a brief background on yourself?
Well, I started my career in India as a chartered accountant and become honors. And I did my internship at a Unilever subsidiary in India. And that was a great learning. You know, a lot of my value systems come from there. And then I was fortunate to join as a management trainee in Aditya Birla, which is one of the largest multinational conglomerates in India. And I spent most of my career at Aditya Birla till the time I came to Australia. I was the founding CEO for a new business they wanted to start here in a new country. So yeah, that's my background. That's how I got here.
Fantastic. And obviously explains how you got into resources. And maybe just because we do want to keep things moving here and talk about your strategy, because you've had a lot of news flow. Can you just talk a little bit about your commodity projects and what makes you so excited about them?
Oh, we are very excited about the suite of commodity projects that we have. We have got base metals and precious metals in our portfolio, as well as bulk minerals in iron ore. Our background is in commodities. We understand them pretty well. And so we are pretty excited about the exploration ground, in particularly the base metals and precious metals, gold and copper that we have. So yeah, these are the projects we have.
And obviously the market got extremely excited, I'd say about a month ago now, about your Lalich Fold Belt projects. Can you just talk about them a little bit?
Yeah, we were very fortunate to identify and peg a ground in Eastern Lachlan Fold. We call it the Turandal project. It's about 15 kilometers north of Bathurst. Eastern Lachlan Fold, as you know, is a very prospective area. It's a very exciting area. It's home to some of the large gold and copper projects. We have Lake Cowell, we have Kedia, we have Domingo's gold mine. So yeah, it's a very, very exciting area. We were very lucky. The ground itself that we have, that ground is surrounded by Karakota in the north, and in the east we have the Alkin Resources ground. The ground itself has got aeromagnetic images, which shows the structures containing high gold structures trending into our ground area. Particularly Karakota Resources, the ground which is immediately to the north, got rich prospects, reef systems, the quartz and the Box Ridge prospect. These are two separate north trending reef systems, and it's interpreted to come into our ground. So we are pretty excited about that. There are totally about 9 gold occurrences throughout our ground. So we are waiting for the grant of the license. We pegged the ground a couple of months back. It has gone through the advertisement process, etc. So the grant it's pretty imminent. It should be happening anytime now. So I would expect within weeks we should be getting the license granted, which would enable us to get started. So yeah, we are pretty excited about this ground. It's early stage, very little exploration has been done at the ground. So initially we would be doing early stage work like geochemicals, soil sampling, some geological reconnaissance to define our drilling targets. So we hope we should be able to get going pretty soon.
Right. And I suppose that just thinking about the timing, would that hopefully take you to around Q1 of 2021, something of that nature?
Yes, in terms of timing, we would expect the license to be granted in the next few weeks, as I said. And then, of course, with Christmas time, the actual exploration field work, we would be getting close to starting in the new year. So it would be Q1 of 2021 when we can expect. We may be able to get there sooner, but in reality, it would be Q1 of 21 that we would get work going.
Right. And in your minds, what would be over there, like your definition of success, or would you will, is just getting some of these samplings done already?
Well, in terms of definition of success, I think if we can get good drilling targets identified early in the next year, we would be pretty happy with that. Uh, so yeah, we would look forward to that sampling work and initial soil sampling, geophysical work as well. That would help us identify the drilling targets.
Fantastic. And then maybe, obviously, you have a lot of projects on the move. Maybe let's discuss Albany Fraser or anything else that you'd like to discuss in any order.
Yeah, that is a project also we pegged a few months back. We are very excited about that ground. We, it's an old ground which is very little exploration has been done. Historically, there has been some soil sampling and geophysical work. And based on that, a 1 kilometer long auger sampling and some localized drillings, there have been some very large anomalies identified, and the drilling results are pretty good. We believe the system is much more extensive, and so we would like to do that. There are two licenses there, and on the second license, there has been absolutely no drilling. There's just some soil sampling, and again, those anomalies, along with the structure, show that there is a very large anomalies, and it's in part of the area which is again very prospective. So we are pretty excited to do that. The processes to get the licenses granted is currently on, and we would expect in the next few months to have the licenses granted. And again, early in 2021, we would hope to get the field work started in that area.
Fantastic. And then on to, say, as an example, Arundha in that region, what do you have up there?
Yeah, in Arundha, it's a joint venture with a privately owned group, Territory Lithium. There are three licenses there. There are Box Hole Project, the Edwards Creek Project, and the Bruce Hill Project. The Box Hole Project and the Edwards Creek Project, again, they are under tenement applications, and we are waiting for the grant of those applications. Bruce Hill Project is a granted tenement. So on Bruce Hill project, we have recently started some rock chip and soil sampling, very initial work. There have been historical gossans in the area. So we have started that work in a bid to try and identify drilling targets. So the first campaign has been completed. We're waiting for the results, and then there will be a second campaign of soil sampling and further rock chip sampling to systematically identify the drilling targets. The Box Hill project is, a very large lead zinc carbonate hosted type prospect. It's got some very good, interesting geophysical anomalies, which we would like to, do some modern relook at them from a modern perspective. And then once the license is granted, we will go back and do further work there. On Edward Creek, again, there is electromagnetic anomaly with a siliceous Gaussian hill, and it's open at depth and it's open along strike. So we would like to, again, once the license is granted, go back and look at the geophysics again, go back and do some soil sampling and try and identify drilling targets and take it further.
Yeah. And can I ask you, I'm just curious, obviously you have a lot of, it seems like fairly methodical from our perspective as far as you're going about your business, you're going to get your license, then you do your sampling. Is that something that you deliberately target, or is it more depending on an asset by asset basis?
Well, exploration, one has to be quite systematic. We have been, wanting to grow the company and acquire good exploration properties. So we identified that, we try and get ground which is, not been explored. So it's an underexplored ground in an area which is highly prospective, and which means that as soon as we get those ground, we have to start doing systematic work from the initial work of geochemistry, geophysics to define the drilling target and then go about drilling. One can create biggest shareholder value by getting exploration success in an area which has got prospectivity but has been not explored extensively in the past. So that's been the criteria how we have been looking and identifying areas. So we continue to look for more ground which fits the criterion, and if we can identify and if we are fortunate to do so, we will acquire more further ground. Having said that, we are also looking for brownfield opportunities which are more advanced. They'll be more expensive, and it's on the higher end of the risk curve. But we are looking for brownfield project development opportunities also, because we have a lot of skill sets in project development besides, of course, exploration.
Absolutely. And then, maybe switching over a little bit about iron ore, your iron ore assets. Do you want to discuss them a little bit as well, please?
Yes, iron ore, we have this project in northwest Tasmania. We started exploring back in 2010. We discovered a DSO resource and a magnetite resource. It's a part of a very large system. It's a small resource there, but we have not explored fully. So it is open at depth. It's open along strike, so the resource can grow. But back then, when we discovered the resource, the strategy was to start a mine. So we applied for the development. It took 2 years to get the permitting, and in 2013 we got the permit and we got the mines going and got the first production and shipment in early 2014. So within a year of getting permit, we developed the mine. Unfortunately, it coincided within 6 months with a period of crash in iron ore price cycle. So we had to put the mine back into care and maintenance. And now the iron ore price has been very strong for the last 1.5, 2 years, and we are looking to restart the mine. We have to go through a process of re-permitting, which we started back in 2018. The process is fairly advanced, and we are hoping that in 2021 we should get the revised permit, which would enable us to the board to consider a recommencement decision and restart that mine. Now, the DSO project that we have there, the product is very good quality in the sense that the alumina is very low. We get 50% is lump. So because of low alumina, we get a premium prices. Because of lump, again, it's a premium product. We have made 5 shipments historically, so the customers like the product. It is in demand. It's a fully developed option. There's an existing infrastructure, so we're pretty excited about that project as well.
So you have a lot of projects on the move. I'm just curious also to keep track of all of them, so to speak. Is that where maybe your previous management experience pays off?
Yeah, I think we have got teams looking at different projects, and we have a lot of experience of managing large number of projects. So I think we feel pretty confident in managing our number of projects
Absolutely.
and growing the company.
And part of management is obviously managing your capital position on the financial side and your balance sheet. And can you just talk, you just had a capital raising recently about, where do we stand as far as the cash position, and are you comfortable with it?
Yeah, our cash position is pretty comfortable. Subsequent to the last capital raising that you have referred, we have got close to $1.8 million currently as cash. So which is sufficient for carrying out our immediate objectives in the next 12 months of carrying out exploration and completing the re-permitting of the mine, etc. So yeah, we are in a very comfortable position with cash.
Absolutely, because there's so much to manage there. So, Sanjay, in closing, are there any words or anything that you would like people to really understand about Shree?
Well, Shri, I think we are very excited about the exploration opportunities that we have with the licenses that we have gathered in the last few months. And of, and we are also looking forward to restarting the iron ore mine into production, which will enable some cash flows as well. So that's what in the next 12 months we are looking for.
Thank you very much, Sanjay, and thank you to the entire management team. I think that, as you know, it takes a lot more than just a single person, and I'm sure there are a lot of people behind you as well. Please stay in touch and keep us posted.
Thank you, Greg. Thanks for having us.
Bye-bye. Thank you for watching another presentation by 180 Markets. Don't forget, if you want access to thousands of ASX capital raises, head on over to 180markets.com.au, sign up, and get on board for our very next capital raise. Thanks for watching.